myself Viral Kashyap, and today uh, I'm going to speak on overview of the importance of being honest. Next slide. Next. Okay. Important of being earnest. The Important of Being Honest is a travel comedy for serious people is a play by Oscar Wilde, first performed on 14th February 1895 at the St. James Theatre in London. It is a it is a partial comedy in which the protagonist maintains the fictitious personage to escape burdensome social obligation. The Importance of Being Honest is a comic play by Oscar Wilde that engages themes such as marriage, class, social expectation, and the lifestyle of the English upper class. The main idea behind the uh, thelport- importance of being honest raises is whether marriage is pleasurable or restrictive social duty. The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde uses satire to ridicule the cultural norms of marriage law and mindset which were very rigid during the Victorian age. Next slide. Okay. The Importance of Being Honest as a satire. So, how important of being honest is a satire? The Importance of Being Honest by Oscar Wilde uses satire to ridicule the culture norms of marriage law and mindset which were very rigid during the Victorian age. The Importance of Being Honest is a comedy of manners whereby Oscar Wilde uses satire to ridicule marriage, law, the mentality of Victorian aristocratic society. It can also be referred to as a satiric comedy. A lot of symbols are there in this play, which in hidden meanings are referring something to the audience. Everyone, every word, each dialogue, and all character of the play satirize the Victorian society. Oscar Wilde, through this play, tries to cover each and every aspect and manner of life spent by people on his own era. Notwithstanding, he primarily focuses on elite class and shows us that if a society has no morality, then it would not survive. Oscar Wilde is aware of the general principle that is prime duty of every artist to satirize the society in case it is crossing its limit. As a, as a result, he has written this play to give some morality to the audience from importance of being earnest. It seems that Oscar Wilde has fulfilled his duty. It is uh, undeniable fact that important of being earnest is a social satire. Some poet, writers, and dramatists consider their responsibility to satire society through their work. Thus, the first reason is that Oscar Wilde, like another dramatist, has considered that it, it is his responsibility to aware the people of their snobbish attitude. Doing so, he tries to correct the absurd behavior of people. The second reason is that the Victorian society used to flee away from its responsibility. It used to focus only on appearance. Showing off was their prime purpose. Not only Oscar Wilde, but also many other writers tried their best to speak against it. In a usual manner, importance of being earnest is a direct attack on Victorian society. Keep this slide. No, a previous slide. Yes. Okay. Importance of being earnest, a satire on Victorian society. So how is the importance of being earnest as a satire on the Victorian society? So Gwendolyn's insistence on marrying a man named Ernest is a satire on Victorian society and ideals. In Act One, when Jake looked at her lovingly after he had proposed to her, she claimed, I hope you will always look at me just like that, especially when there are other people present. So this is just encapsulate the Victorian ideal to focus on the appearance of someone, and as opposed to the feelings and substance of someone. Relationship were centered on material value and worth. This phrase question the character's idea on the reality of society. What type of reality is it when one's merit, material, and atheistic value has more importance than sticking to one's principle and non-material ideas? It implies that we live in a world fearing the judgment of others. The name Ernest entails being truthful to oneself. It seems encourage, encouraging that they case the truthfulness by isolating themselves further from the truth through chasing unrealistic ideal in beauty and atheistic value. It suggests that the characters are in love with the idea of love as opposed to their partners. This is satire on relationship in Victorian society. The audience watching the play would have been amazed at realistic nature of a scene. Next slide. Irony used in importance of being earnest. So how irony is used in importance of being earnest? The importance of being earnest by Oscar Wilde uses a number of literary elements such as irony and satire to enhance the overall story. And irony is the use of words to communicate a meaning that is opposite of its real meaning. There are many types of irony. The types of irony used in importance of being earnest as situational and dramatic irony. Situational irony involves a situation where outcome is different than what you might expect, and the irony comes into play when the truth start to unreveal, and Jake finds out that what really happened to him as a child, why he does not know his parents. After some coincidental events, all the main character end up in the same room. The irony continues to explain how Jack and Algernon were a biological brother. Most of the irony comes from his character. One uh, One of Wilde's satirical target is a romantic and sentimental love, which he ridicules by having the woman fell in love with a man because of his name rather than more personal attributes. The dramatic irony is painfully obvious to the audience who correctly identify the deficient moral that he holds